Hi guys, welcome back to another Jasmy video. I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never. Today I'm going to be covering some major news, and at the end of the video I will give my price prediction for Jasmy in the next bull run. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. No.
So first things first, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm going to go over Jasmy's fundamentals and tokenomics. So Jasmy is currently trading at a price point of just over 0.3 of a penny. They have a market cap of 166 million, which ranks 146th among all cryptocurrencies. And they have a max supply of 50 billion with a circulating supply of 48.8 billion. And that's one of the biggest reasons I am bullish on Jasmy, is that there will basically be no dilution. The fully diluted market cap is only 169 million, 3 million more than the base market cap. Jasmy reached its all-time high back in the 2021 bull market at $4.99 and is currently down 99.9% since then. And now I want to go over this really quick because a lot of you guys are going to come out and say it's a scam. So I'm going to tell you guys why I personally believe it's not. So if you look at the all-time price chart, I will be the first one to say it looks terrible. It looks like a complete rug pull. But what you have to keep in mind is what I said earlier. There's a circulating supply of 97%. Back when Jasmy was at these price levels, there was a lot less supply in circulation, which made each Jasmy token that was in circulation more valuable, which is why once the supply got diluted, the price completely crashed down. And that does align if you look at the all-time market cap chart. It still doesn't look perfect, but it's not a complete flat line. So I just want you guys to understand that before you come down to the comment section and call Jasmy a scam. Now, I also want to point out that Jasmy is only up 23% from its all-time low. That means it is pretty much at the bottom of its barrel. If you guys believe in Jasmy long-term, it might not be a bad time for you to start dollar cost averaging in. Obviously, that's not financial advice. You guys need to do what's best for you. But Jasmy really has never been at a better price point. And if you are looking to get into Jasmy, I recommend using Binance, Coinbase, or KuCoin. I think those are the three easiest centralized exchanges to use. Now, what is Jasmy? JasmyCoin is a cryptocurrency project of a Tokyo-based Internet of Things provider, Jasmy Corporation. As a system, the Internet of Things includes mechanical and digital elements endowed with an identifier and the ability to transmit data. The IoT company Jasmy specializes in buying and selling data, and the Jasmy platform connects two categories: service providers and data users. The mission of Jasmy developers is to create an environment by shaping an infrastructure where users can easily, safely, and smoothly use data. As a result, Jasmy aims to provide its users with a powerful infrastructure, an intuitive interface, and a secure environment for storing and sharing data. In the Jasmy space, information can be transformed into personal assets. And that's the thing about Jasmy, is that they believe all data has value. And essentially, Jasmy has a technology called a data locker, where an individual has the opportunity to store their data within this locker. And then how it works is if a company wants to acquire that individual's data, they then have to pay Jasmy and the individual that owns that data. However, the kicker is that Jasmy only accepts Jasmy token, which in turn will always give Jasmy token utility, and it will always give it value, which will always give people a reason to hold the Jasmy token. And the reason this could potentially be a fantastic, innovative idea is because right now, big tech controls almost all of your data, and they sell it for a profit. Jasmy aims to give people like you and me the opportunity to make money off of our data. And the other good part about a data locker is that the individual has the opportunity to either accept or reject that company's request. So if it's a shady company that's trying to acquire your data, you don't have to give it to them. But if you do give it to them, you get paid to do so. Now, Jasmy was founded in April of 2016 in Tokyo by several former Sony executives. And Sony is a massive corporation. So this is naturally going to give Jasmy a lot more credibility than most projects. On top of that, they are supposedly the first ever Japanese blockchain project, which also gives them a very unique selling point. Now, if you look at the Jasmy Global website, they believe in the core principles of decentralized data and democracy. Now, one of my favorite things about Jasmy is that they are billed as Japan's Bitcoin. Now, typically, I don't love seeing Bitcoin 2.0 or whatever. But in this case, it just feels different, as Jasmy is very innovative and completely different than Bitcoin. And what you have to understand is so many people out there believe Bitcoin is the greatest investment of all time. There have been countless millionaires and billionaires created from Bitcoin. So I think it's reasonable to assume that if a country has built a certain project as their version of Bitcoin, that could be extremely bullish. And right now, the crypto market is heavily driven based on hype and speculation. So if this is a narrative that can garner a lot of hype in the next bull run, then that could be great from an investment standpoint. Now, the next thing I want to take a look at is Jasmy's holders. So right now they have a total of 54,900 holders. And the top wallet they have is called Binance 8, which holds 18.9% of all Jasmy supply. And then the second and third largest hold 5% and 3%. Now, what I want to point out is that the second and third wallet are both in smart contracts. The first wallet, however, is not. So obviously it is called Binance 8. So you would assume that it has something to do with Binance. However, the reality is that technically, since Binance 8 is not in a smart contract, theoretically, it is possible that the supply could get liquidated. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but assuming that these three wallets don't get liquidated, Jasmy's supply is pretty decently distributed. The next largest wallet only holds 2.8%. There are a lot of cryptos out there where if you go and you look at the holders, the top 5 wallets will hold 60-70% of the supply. And that's an awful thing to see because they could single-handedly crash the market. Now we'll get into some technical analysis. So if you take a look at Jasmy's daily time frame, there are some very mixed signals right now. So the bullish indicators are the fact that the stochastics and the RSI are both extremely oversold, coupled with price action swinging from a higher low to a lower low, and the RSI swinging from a lower low to a higher low. That is class A bullish divergence. Typically that signals a local bottom has been reached. And then you could also argue that Jasmy is also in a potential double bottom, which would be a great support level. Now the bearish indicators are that Jasmy is trading beneath all of the moving averages. Typically that's extremely bearish, and I will not be bullish on Jasmy until it at least gets back above the 21-day moving average. On top of that, Jasmy is also potentially forming a bear flag, which breaks down 68% of the time, and it has a measured move to just over 0.2 of a penny. Now again, it's not guaranteed that Jasmy is going to drop, but Jasmy and most of the crypto market right now are being very indecisive. And that being said, Jasmy and most projects are correlated heavily to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin rises, most will rise. If Bitcoin falls, most will fall. So now if we take a look at Bitcoin's daily time frame, similar to Jasmy, the stochastics and RSI are both extremely oversold. And then on Bitcoin, there are two of the same divergence: lower low to higher low, lower low to higher low. And the RSI, higher low to lower low, higher low to lower low. Those are two different, very strong class A bullish divergences. Again, typically that signals a local bottom has been reached. Now in Bitcoin's case, obviously that could be negated if price action came all the way back down to about 17K. Now I don't think that will happen due to how strong they are, but anything's possible. Now what's really fascinating about Bitcoin is that August 17th it had a massive red candle, and that was when supposedly SpaceX liquidated their Bitcoin. But it's interesting because I have been calling for a drop for a long time now. The reason for that is because the 21-day moving average broke beneath the 50-day moving average, which created a death cross. And in all my previous videos, I went back in Bitcoin's history and I showed we would have a death cross and we would drop huge. Another death cross, another massive drop. Death cross, another drop. Death cross, another drop. Death cross, another drop. And the one prior to this, we had a death cross and we dropped from 29K down to 24K. So whether or not this recent drop was due to technical analysis being technical analysis, or if it was due to macro events, who knows? But we still dropped. So my hope is that you guys use that knowledge to accumulate more crypto or to short the market. And if you did, you guys could have made massive gains. But if you enjoy making gains in the crypto market, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. I will continue calling out projects that I believe could be profitable in the future. Now I will say, Bitcoin has the same bearish indicators that Jasmy has. Right now, price action is trading beneath all of the moving averages. And in Bitcoin's case, I will not be bullish until it gets back above the 200-day moving average at bare minimum, preferably above the 21-day as well. And there is also a chance that Bitcoin is potentially forming a bear flag, which breaks down 68% of the time, and it has a measured move to about 22,500. So again, Bitcoin is being very indecisive. So what I recommend you do is just pay attention to macroeconomics, as they significantly outweigh technical analysis. For example, if the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF were to all of a sudden get accepted, that could skyrocket Bitcoin, Jasmy, the entire crypto market. On the contrary, if it gets rejected, or if something similar to SpaceX liquidating their Bitcoin happens, that could tank the entire crypto market. So just keep an open mind, realize that anything can happen. Now, before I give you guys my Jasmy price predictions, I want you guys to watch this video because I think it's extremely important, and it's just overall extremely bullish for the entire crypto industry. So just a little backstory. This is Larry Fink, who is the CEO of BlackRock. And in case you guys don't know, BlackRock is the center of all attention right now in crypto. They are the world's largest asset manager in charge of almost $10 trillion of funds. And right now they are trying to get their Bitcoin spot ETF approved. And if that happens, it will make it significantly easier for the average everyday person to get into cryptocurrency, especially the older generations who have most of the money. And I have went on record many different times saying that I believe this could be a catalyst that can potentially start an early bull market. That is how big I believe this could be. But it just goes to show you guys how the sentiment of crypto has changed over the years. It's incredible.
What I think about most of these cryptocurrencies, it just identifies how much money laundering there is being done in the world.
Is it true that you're building out a cryptocurrency capability?
No.
Don't your clients want crypto exposure?
No, I don't believe any client has sought out crypto exposure.
Really?
Yes. I'm encouraged by how many people are focusing on it. I'm encouraged about the narrative, but I don't believe we should think about crypto as a substitute of currency. But I am fascinated by it as an asset class. Specifically on Bitcoin, we're a believer in digitization of products. And we do believe it could revolutionize finance. It's digitizing gold in many ways as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the devaluation of your currency. Bitcoin is an international asset. And so it can't.
Bitcoin is an international asset. Bitcoin is digital gold. It's revolutionizing finance. Look at how the times have changed. For any of you guys that doubt cryptocurrency, I promise you it is not going anywhere. BlackRock is quite literally one of the most powerful entities in the world. If they are interested in crypto, that should tell you something. So for the final part of this video, I'm going to try and figure out a reasonable price prediction for Jasmy. So this is a historical snapshot of November 14th of 2021. This was the heights of the 2021 bull market. As you can see, Bitcoin is around 65,400. Now, if we look at some of the projects that are down here, Hedera, for example, is ranked 57th among all cryptos. It had a market cap of 3.3 billion. Then there's a project like Elrond, 6.3 billion, Algorand, 12.3 billion, and then even meme coins like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, 29 billion, 34 billion. And as we discussed, Jasmy is about 165 million. So if you go to market cap of and you compare Jasmy to the all-time high that it reached itself, which was a market cap of 1.25 billion, then Jasmy would be trading at 2.5 cents. And that would be a 7.6x. Now, the main reason I'm starting off with the comparison to itself is because there are a lot of people that don't understand the dilution that happened. I hear people all the time saying that Jasmy could get back to $5, and I just don't think that that's true, because this would indicate that when Jasmy was at $5, it had a market cap of 1.2 billion. So the dilution was massive. So now, if you are someone that believes Jasmy could reach the all-time market cap high that Hedera reached last bull run, which was 3.8 billion, then Jasmy would be trading at a price point of 8 cents, and that'd be a 23x. Now, I think this is reasonable. I don't think it's too ambitious, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jasmy reached these levels. Now, here's where things start to get really interesting. If you are someone that believes Jasmy could reach the all-time market cap high that Algorand reached last bull run, which was 13.3 billion, then Jasmy would be trading at a price point of 27 cents, and that'd be an 81x. Now, I think this is getting very ambitious. However, if Bitcoin does actually end up reaching 150,000, 180,000, then I could certainly see this happening for Jasmy, because that will mean we are probably having a very explosive bull run. Now, this final comparison of Jasmy to the all-time market cap high of Shiba Inu, which was 41.1 billion, and Jasmy would be trading at a price point of 85 cents, and that'd be a 250x. Now, this is something where everything would have to break right for Jasmy. 41.1 billion is not an easy task at all. I understand some projects reach those levels, but the reality is Jasmy has a very unique sentiment surrounding it right now. It seems like half of the people absolutely love Jasmy, but then the other half of the people absolutely hate Jasmy and they think it's a scam. So I think Jasmy is going to have to get a little bit more bullish of a narrative, but I also think Jasmy has the technology to do so. A data locker is extremely unique and very innovative. I think it's a phenomenal idea, coupled with the fact that it's billed as Japan's Bitcoin. There are a lot of things going for Jasmy. They just have to fix some of the negative rep that they get, which I think is absolutely possible. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how high do you guys think Jasmy could go next bull run? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.